When you're going out there and you're having consistent starts, that's the big thing. I want to go out there and do the same thing I can do every outing, every weekend. I want to go out there and give my team a chance to win. I feel like I've done a good job of that. I want to keep that up. The big thing is once you get in, you're kind of rolling like this. The big thing is keep it going. You know, it's tough to go out there every time against talent like this and produce the numbers that you want to do every time. So I feel like if I go out there and I stay in the right mindset, I'll do that every time.
What was this offseason like for you, and what did you kind of really focus on?
The big thing was just strengthening up and arm strength. I wanted to put a couple miles an hour on, put a little more life in my fastball, and I felt like I did a really good job on that. I added about 3 to 4 miles an hour consistently, which is big for me. I also wanted to work on just like command, and you know, I've always had control. But I wanted to be able to step that up to commanding the zone. You know, I wanted to throw high inside, wherever I wanted to throw with any pitch, and that was a big thing. And also the mentality coming off from freshman year when you're going out here and pitching every weekend in the SEC, that definitely gives you a little bit of comfortability. You get used to it. You know what you have to expect, and you know what you're going to get out there when you go out there every weekend. So that was big for me, and I just wanted to go out there and I wanted to give my team a chance to win. When I was planning that in the offseason, I wanted to go out there and I said, I want to be an impact player and I want to lead this team to a national championship.
What is your miles per hour roll to now on your fastball?
I think last weekend I was up to 96, so a lot, and I usually been sitting like 92, 95, so that's been real big for me, especially coming off last year. I was like 88, 92, and then in the fifth inning I'd probably be 87, 86, and it would very taper off a lot. So late in the game, I think last inning I was up to like 94, 95 in the 8th or 9th, so that's big for me, is to be able to maintain that velocity. I want to be up there and still being able to compete up there and not taper it off in any moment throughout the outing.
That's all just weight room?
Weight room, a little maturity. I don't really know where to pinpoint. I really wanted to. I talked to Billy. I was like, "What do I need to do to improve my velocity, improve my arm strength?" And he said, "Go home and put 10 pounds on your legs." And I did just that. I went home. I have a trainer back at home, and we worked steadily. Sometimes I was doing 2 days, and I worked hard. And my mindset was, I want to come back. I want to be an impact player in the SEC. I want to be one of the best pitchers in the SEC. And I said, I'm going to put a lot of weight on my legs, and I'm going to put a lot of strength on. I feel like I did a really good job of that.
When you look at some of the other pitchers in this league, just where do you kind of see yourself in that kind of mix? And there are obviously some really good.
Yeah, every pitcher in here in those leagues is amazing. So my mentality is that I want to be the best. You know, that's you got to have that mentality whenever you step on that mound. When you're facing hitters like this, you got to think you're the best pitcher in the SEC. And every time I go out there, that's my mindset. Where I rank in between all of them, I don't know really where to put myself. But with the pitchers like this, it's kind of be good to be considered one of the top ones. So I'm happy about that.
Do you enjoy the challenge of the Friday night going up against other teams?
Yeah, I love that. There's nothing better going out there on a Friday night SEC, especially in this atmosphere when we're playing at home. There's nothing better when you're going against their number one and you're trying to give your team a chance to win or to start off the series, and that's the biggest win right there. You got to get that win number one, and we want to do that every time we go out there every Friday.